Good morning, guys, and welcome to iPunt Smart. We're not racing at Turffontein anymore, that's been moved to next week, so we're only racing at Kenilworth today, and therefore let's concentrate only on Kenilworth. In the first, I see there's quite a few decent first timers. The two first timers I actually like the most is Sky God and Cosmic Highway. And there's only the one race runner, Cholima, which wasn't too bad on debut, but no superstar on debut. Not given the kind of adjusted times figures he's run. But yeah, these are maidens, juveniles, 2-year-olds, so that does make it quite difficult. Anything can really happen with maidens. I have gone with Skygod and Cholima as my first two choices, with Back to You, Windsock, and Cosmic Highway my next best. In the second, we have two Bass Robinson's runners as the two top rated runners, but again, a field full of a lot of first timers, including two Justin Snaith first timers, with Richard Fourie and Grant van Niekerk on board, and that could mean trouble. So it is Candice Robinson versus Justin Snaith by the looks of it. My first choice is Gracewood's Pink. My second choice, Global Goddess. Royal Oasis at 16 to 1 is not too far off. And then Anything for Love and the two Snaith runners, Gimme Dat and Europeana. But yeah, there's a lot of first timers, so it's not easy to gauge how good these first timers is. In the third, High Moon has costed punters quite a bit. He seems to be battling to win. He's had 4 seconds in a row, but he does pop up again as being the best by about 0.6 lengths to Legitimize. And Legitimize is an only runner for Glenn Puller with Chele on board and blinkers fitted. Now we know Chele is rising now since he's been running Communique for Crawford and Ricks. So his stats with Crawford and Ricks is looking really good. His stats with Glenn Puller though is 25% on the place side and nothing on the win side. But that being said, there's not a lot of difference on the 6.09 to 6.61, which is by far the two bests in the field. And then you've got gaps here in Happy Aristocrat and Futura's Hope. That both comes from a bit of a break. So both of them can come back with some improvement. But from the BAT 42, Legitimize looks the closest on the 42 days to High Moon. I have gone with High Moon and Futura's Hope, Happy Aristocrat, and Legitimize as my first four. And it's pretty much, and Green Serenity, I have to mention my fifth choice as well. He does have the best blue bat, and he does pop up third in the BAT 84 section, so he's not out of it at a nice 16 to 1 roughy price. So in the pick six, either banker High Moon or just take High Moon and Legitimize, or High Moon, Legitimize, Futura's Hope, Happy Aristocrat, and Green Serenity. In the fourth, here I have gone with Subterfuge as my first choice. Does have a nice overall ranking. He does have 15 greenie points. He isn't a greenie because he doesn't also have the highest T curve points. That goes to Cape to Rio, so maybe those two is enough for PA purposes, 1 and 2. And I'll make those two my first two choices, but I do like all three runners from Jeff Woodruff today, so a moment apart can come back with some improvement. So I do give him a chance on his improvement. Then the stablemate for Andre Nel with Smitsdorf riding does have the best bat curve and does have the best adjusted time. So that could be a bit of a curve ball, given that Cape to Rio is the favorite. The stablemates perform well nowadays when the favorite doesn't. And then Adira is my fifth choice. He does have some hidden bat 84 form here, which is only a length and a bit behind Subterfuge. And then another one that is off the radar here is Tallahassee. He can be anything. He does get Doormeyer on board now, and his last 6.04 was a big improvement from his previous run. And that was on Durbanville, yes. So he's going back to Kenilworth, and he's going up 200 meters to the 1400. But if he's making such improvement as per that 6.04 bat, then he must have some sort of a chance as well. And the seventh and eighth, maybe just for quartet purposes, Legendary Lady and Norval's Pont. There wasn't much support in Legendary Lady on debut, and Norval's Pont did get a bit of support here, 4.5 into 40. Drifted very quickly, and he drifted again 8 into 25, so quite alarming in the drifts. In the fifth race, here I've gone with Crawford at Ricks as my first choice, Alfred's Goal. The favourite Walk of Fame with blinkers removed as my second choice. Black Silver with the best bat C and the best super rule percentage as my third choice. Ruffy Sonic Burst 16 to 1 as my fourth choice with some flashing red bats here. The green bats isn't far off, it's only a length or two from the best, so he could be competitive from that mark as well. And then Chili Jam is an interesting runner, provided that Greg Shane does stay on board as the only runner for the day. Now, it's weird that Greg Shane only has one run for the day on a 14 to 1 Chili Jam for Bass Robinson. And if I compare Alfred's Goal to Chili Jam, the 63.83 versus a 62.77 doesn't look all that great, but that 63.83 was with 60 kilos, he gets 5 less, and that 62.77 was with 57.5, he gets 3 more. So that's an 8 kilo swing, and an 8 kilo swing is massive. And based on that 8 kilo swing and his distance behind the winners previously and his merit rating, you can see a 8.25 on the bat 42 versus a 9.3 on the bat 42. So very close together, less than a length together between these two. So a nice little roughie to compete. And then Windsor Beat is my next best, another 16 to 1 shot. That actually does have the best 7.14, although that was over the 1200, and I haven't seen him do that kind of figures over the 1400 yet. So if he can do that over the 1400 with the 53 kilos on the back, he comes into the reckoning at 16 to 1 as well. My next seventh is Musical Glitch with some question marks over the big break here. Could come back a lot better, and he does have a stablemate in this race. And then Spring is in the air. Has a little bit to find, but not that much to find, and seems to be improving all the time. So that's another one that we have to consider. So moving on to the next race, race 6. And yeah, I quite like the chances of Hello Winter Hello, and you can see he's by far, or not by far, by 2.34 lengths better than the rest of the field on the bat 42, 84, 168 form. He does have by far the best greenie points, 13 points, best form, best bomb roll. So I quite like him. My second choice is Veronica Mars. Veronica Mars does have the best speed rating for a slow run race, and only 2 lengths on the bat 42 form. And then Capitiana is the favorite. He's my third choice. And interesting runner here is Maladimo, the Jeff Woodruff Grant van Niekerk combination. Purely because you can see he's taking Grant van Niekerk as the rider now for the very first time. He did have a nice third on his last Fillies and Mares 92 and a very nice 4.28 bat figure. And now with Grant van Niekerk on board, he might just get a little bit closer even. And then another roughie to consider is Larentina. Considering his bat figures, he does have the best exact course and distance bat over the 1400 Kenilworth. So again, maybe those 5 all have a chance to win. Um, but yeah, I do think the best chance here is Hello Winter Hello. In the 7th race, I really think there's only 3 in it. I'd like to see the race in race 6 first, whether I take World's Your Oyster a bit up, depending on Maladimo's run. But I've got Gainsford as my first choice, World's Your Oyster, and Speed Machine as my second and my third choice. You can see Speed Machine has a bit to do over the Bat 84, 4 lengths, but in saying that, he has been gelded and he is a spring chicken, so will be improving faster than the rest of the field. For only having his 6th run, already running an merit rate at 94, it does look like he is getting through the ranks quite quickly. So he has had 2 wins and a 2nd and a 7th over this course and distance. In the very last, first choice here is a greenie in the form of Irish Morning for Dean Cannemeyer and Marcus. He does have 4-5 lengths on the exact course and distance bat figure, and he does have quite a bit of a distance on the T curve, 81 to 54 points. He'll be my first choice, Double Charge my second choice, and then What a Man, my third choice at 9 to 1, with Gimme Aces at 7 to 1, and my next best for Justin Snaith and Fourie. Bernie, the 5th choice, Alaskan Knight, the 6th choice, and Romance, the 7th choice. And if you look at these bat figures, all of those that I've just mentioned is pretty close together, 0, 2, 2, 4, 5, 5. So all of those I have some respect for. Double Charge have to improve, but on that 6.32 bat, he is in the mix here as well. Does have the best statistical form, Bumroll 84 and 168. And he does have Grant van Niekerk with the flame next to it for jockey trainer. So all in all, a bit of a tough day ahead, considering there's not many standouts. Maybe High Moon is a standout, but he's had 4 seconds so far, so maybe take a chance on High Moon, and maybe do a little bit of a each way on Alfred's Girl and an each way on Hello Winter Hello. Maybe World's Your Oyster as well could be in the top 3. That's it from me, guys. Have a great day. Till tomorrow.